Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games, where we shenanigan, sob, and smooch our way through tabletop role-playing games. I am one of your hosts, Salty,
And I'm Sweet.
and these various assorted spices are our friends. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, our long-running pulp action meets eldritch horror campaign. Welcome. Welcome. Unhinged media opinion time before we actually do anything. Star Trek Insurrection is the best Star Trek Next Generation film. Yes, it's better than First Contact. Moving right along, before we go around and meet everyone and their characters, we have some channel shoutouts. Firstly, a ton of thanks to our sponsors, starting with Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. Oh, good, I'm glad everyone's reacting to my opinion. It's true. We are part of their ambassador program, which highlights indie tabletop creators all across the interweb. Also, we are affiliates with Dice Envy and Grinding Coffee Co. We have links and codes down below or in the chat to save you some money on your next order of shiny math rocks and or delicious soaked energy bean juice. Yeah. What can I tell you about, like, Roll20 right now? Spelljammer just came out. That's cool. You want to do some spelljamming? The Adventure Light of Xerxes is super pulpy, like Flash Gordon D&D. There's cool stuff in there. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, gifted subs, followed, chatted, lurked, liked, commented on YouTube. We super appreciate it. If you would like to support us further, there are tip incentives listed below that can seriously impact the game using bits or our Streamlabs tip jar. You just click on the panel image effect to the game or use !tip. It'll take you right where you want to go. It's always appreciated but never expected. Last thing, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X, N, and O cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings because while the characters may be put through hell, or whatever it is I'm going to do to them today, the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority always. Without further ado, let's meet them, starting with Kienna.
Hello, I am the Sweet channel. I'm Kienna. My pronouns are she and they. But today I am playing Irene Blackwell, whose pronouns are she and her. I mean, she's got her mouse back, which is great. She got her boyfriend back from being the closest Nyarlathotep. That's also great.
Everything's coming up, Irene.
Truly. And I somehow still have 87 sanity. We had to do like a quick check
It's a
of
cheat
like
code.
HP and sanity. I was like, Irene's still fine. I mean, like, emotionally scarred, has been physically fucked up, but like, her willpower is still there. She's stubborn. She's stubborn.
Good. Excellent. Let's go over to Allison.
Hey everybody, it's Allie. I played Ganymede Graves, adventure scientist, once the archetypical woman of the age of rationality and progress, now she who surrenders to the madness to fight the madness. And let me tell you, it's been a week since the last time we played. It has been a week. It has been the kind of week that if I had the choice between reliving the last week and actually living in real life the experiences we're about to live today, I would probably take the eldritch horror, the body horror. I'd probably take all of that, honestly. So I am so excited to be here today and get to escape into this world for a little while with all of you.
Wonderful. Let's head down to Summer.
Me?
You.
Oh my god, crazy. Yeah, hi, hello. I am Summer. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'm playing one Mr. Charlie Rapp, who uses he, him pronouns, and he's doing the most.
Doing the most with the least hit points.
With the least everything. I feel like,
yeah,
my hit points, I'm at 5 out of 20. My sanity is at 42. Like, Irene, how is Irene pushing through when I am just struggling on every single front? Not dead yet, though, which is kind of wild. I can't believe I've made it so far.
Let's see if we can change that today.
We can't. He's immortal. I've told you. He can't die.
Anyway,
So
last
crazy. Thanks, chat. Now accepting donations for rerolls, hit points, anything that you'd like to give me. Eldritch Horror or Eldritch Gifts. I'd love to
give her some Eldritch
accept
Horror.
them. No.
Great. Perfect. Last but not least, let's head over to Tommy.
The benevolence of chat and sheer dumb luck is all I have to say in response to the last one. Hi, I'm Tommy. I play Zebulon Augustine Claiborne Montgomery the Third. We both use he, him, and I mean he's just ready to be done. he's just like I'm just a Southern boy who wants to probably go home for a little bit at this point, you know?
Yeah.
You know, dealing with 6 sisters isn't so bad anymore.
Sounds pretty good.
Some of that sounds pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, he's just ready. He's fed up with all these dang cultists and all their dang creepy basements.
I don't think there are any more basements left, but you know,
I won't believe it until I see it.
a mountain is kind of like a house, and a house can have a basement.
Cave is like a basement.
Cave is like a basement. Good to know. Anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, or the first time in a long time, this motley crew is trying to stop an apocalyptic event from occurring. Their journey started when their good friend Jackson Elias was murdered for investigating the infamous Carlisle expedition, the members of which were all formerly presumed dead. Since then, they've uncovered a global conspiracy involving various death cults, who all worship different aspects of the same eldritch god. Many names, many forms, but all the same and to one end. This has taken them from Peru to New York, England, Shanghai, Australia, Egypt, and finally Kenya. The cults were working together to build a machine to rupture and taint the sky, but our heroes stopped that part of the plan. However, the cults in Africa are still thriving and preparing for the Great Ritual on January 14th, 1926. 104 days from today. Saturday, October 3rd, 1925, which is 14 days before the next new moon and the prophesied birth of the spawn of Nyarlathotep. Last time, Charlie slowly remembered all he'd done while possessed, and while that was horrifying, it also allowed him to reverse the curse Irene was under. Ganymede and Zeb teamed up to convince Annabelle and John not to accompany them out of the city, and they were surprisingly compliant. On Friday at sunset, the investigators followed Jackson's instructions and were taken to a nearby village to gain the wisdom of Old Bundari, a powerful East African magician. Through his translator and caregiver, Okomu, Bundari told them of the danger they are to face and warned them of the difficult choices that lay ahead. He also had gifts for you in the form of a fly whisk to aid in the finding of evil, and a strange chameleon-like creature named Who Is Not What She Seems, Who for short. Your translator, Okomu, whom Old Bundari said would guide you to the mountain, was called away and hasn't yet returned, so you spend most of the day getting some desperately needed rest. You can all have 2 hit points back. So nice for all of you. You got here at sunset, then had to wait 9 hours, then had the meeting with Old Bundari, so by the time you're done resting, it's nearing sunset yet again. You could spend another night here, or you could decide you want to set out now. There are also a few other villagers, a pretty small amount, who do speak English, so you can ask them questions or just learn some local gossip and superstitions. Whatever you would like to do.
I would love to rest. Like if
Yeah.
it's if the group doesn't have a preference, I would love to rest because I am at 7 hit points.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
so
whose fault is that?
Somebody sealed over Irene's mouth and I had to fix it and I didn't have any magic points. So I did what I had to do. We deal with the consequences, okay?
How about magic points? How are those looking?
those are coming back at a regular rate now. Since you're meeting with Old Boondari, some of that kind of oppressive feeling after the ritual to exorcise, to dismiss Nyarlathotep from Charlie's body, that has started to lift after speaking with Old Boondari. So they're returning at a regular rate of 1 per hour. Yeah, so if you're going to take like a full rest and start your trek tomorrow morning, then you'll get pretty much all your magic points back.
Man, I really needed those.
Yeah, you were hurting.
Well, we can now, as I recall, we can now store those up.
Yes.
So it may very well be that Zebulon's untapped magical powers will come in handy before this is all over.
Yes.
We should do that.
If you want to add magic points to the fly whisk, you may. It's whoever is holding it and focusing on it. So it's going to take your attention for this rest. I'm going to say, I think I'm going to cap it at 20.
I mean, that sounds fair.
Yeah,
Zeb?
definitely.
Zeb will just put all of his magic points in it.
Yeah, Ganymede sits with Zeb while he's doing this, just to keep an eye on him and to coach him in the meditative practices that are required for it.
Zeb's just kind of like, are you sure this is working?
Yes, I'm certain that it is. You're not feeling anything though.
Nope, not really.
Fascinating. And for the better, I would imagine. All right, that's enough. Enough talk. Focus, Zeb, focus.
Zeb goes like 5 minutes. What he's trying to chat.
And it's like this for 8 hours.
Sure.
So that's
sure.
12 points that Zeb's putting in.
Great.
Other than that, Zeb doesn't use magic. So
Yeah, if somebody
other
wants
than
to.
removing eldritch gods from his buddy's psyche. And then Zeb's gonna go try and find some flies. We gotta,
Yes. If you
I do remember being told there aren't a lot of flies in the immediate area.
not around who. Flies seem to avoid who like the plague. So are you going to ask someone for help?
After probably like an hour or two of trying, it's just like, there are just like no flies here. Is this just like the one part of the world where flies don't exist? I mean,
I think some of the kids who like approach the car initially will like show you how to do it with the tools like that you can find out here, the tools they have, and that is going to be your rest hunting down some flies. Let's
Zeb loves kids.
Yeah. They think you're very amusing. With your freaking mustache. Just roll me give me a, I don't know, like a D6.
Right? Constitution.
No, you're gonna be able to do it because you have help.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a D6.
Manifesting critical success. And I want it high.
Yeah, you do want to die.
There we go,
Nice.
4. Not bad.
Okay. So you have enough for 4 days so far.
Yay.
So if you want to keep track of that, is anybody going to talk with any of the villagers, ask around about anything?
Someone should.
It feels like someone should, but you don't have to. You can just rest.
Normally Zeb would, but Zeb
Yeah,
catching flies.
Zeb with storing your magic points and catching flies. You're done.
Yeah, I just like I don't know what is most important for us to know. Like, we have a guide.
Yep.
Like, I don't really know. I don't know, group. Like, I'm happy to chat. Like, I'm a chit chatter, right? But I don't know what we are actually looking for at this point. We're so late in the game. I'm like, we know everything we need to know. I don't need to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to
yeah.
think like anything that'd be relevant or helpful to us.
Current events, current goings on are always
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah.
I think you see some. Actually, yeah, you would see some members of this village arriving back, and like relaying information, and you can tell they look disturbed, but the information that you get back is that they found 2 freshly killed carcasses of elephants a few hours east of the village. And none of them, no beast known to the Kikuyu, like, makes sense for having brought these creatures down. They say that even, like, vultures and jackals have, like, shunned the carcasses.
Yeah, I would ask if anything was taken from the carcasses. Like, because you said they're elephants, right? So
Yeah.
like tusks or bones or
Nothing.
organs, they're just dead.
Yeah. Like, kind
Okay.
of, like, shredded.
Okay.
And they also say swollen.
Okay.
The other thing is, I think you'll see a lot of this, kind of like, not quite memorials, but you'll notice like gatherings, like outside of homes. Basically what you find is, and what Akomu and Bundari kind of mentioned, in the region, more than a dozen men, women, children have disappeared in the last few weeks. You know what this is. It's a gathering of sacrifices by the cult of the bloody tongue. Bundari and Akomu know what this is. But you can definitely feel the effect of it in the village as like people pass these kind of the huts where they've made these little memorials.
Is Akomu actually going to be our guide?
Yes, you haven't seen him. He was called away
Right.
and he hasn't come back yet, which is why you've been left to your own devices. But
Right.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think Charlie would go. Is it like, are people like leaving offerings for the people who've gone missing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Charlie would go and like leave something little. He doesn't have pretty much anything left from all of his stuff, but like if they have any little trinkets or just something that he could leave to like pay respects, I think he would.
Absolutely.
It's pretty like they usually will like hear about like the effects of the cultists, but seeing it in such like a closed community is definitely rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Charlie mostly is just probably like listening a lot. Anything that anyone will like translate for him, like he's doing a lot of kind of just observing because he's like beat to shit, so tired,
Yeah.
emotionally exhausted.
Yeah.
So I think like it makes sense that Charlie's just kind of like sitting around with the people while we're waiting for Ukomu to come back.
Yeah. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for gifting those subs. Thank you so much. Why don't you... Yeah, I don't think I need a check for this. I think there are a couple of gatherings through various points of the day, kind of stories being told, warnings to the younger villagers. You find out many foreign travelers have been passing through the area, and the villagers kind of are saying, like, you know, give them a wide berth. There is the taint of blood upon them. You know, when talking about the mountain, you know, it's an evil place filled with dark magic and monsters. Sometimes lightning strikes the mountain and foul voices are heard on the air. Mostly what you heard from Old Boondari, but you see, like, the villagers here, they know. There is also... Actually, why don't you give me a luck roll? Just a luck roll.
What? That's... Don't do that to me. Okay. Oh, a
Nice.
success. Look at her.
You also do hear the name Mweru at one point, and you can, like, ask, like, you know, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
And one of the...
Like, huh?
Yeah, one of the villagers who has been kind of translating for you says the sorceress was originally from this area. She is Kikuyu, which I believe you've heard at some point.
Yeah.
She cursed the great magician of Sawara village because he dared mock her powers, and now his hair has fallen out. He's blind and babbles like a child. So that is something you learn, and it's all the places are talking about are around this area.
Was there any like specific context in which they were discussing her, or they just were kind of like,
I mean,
in
kind of
passing,
like
said her name?
Yeah. It happened not too long ago, it seems.
Oh, not too long ago that she
Yeah.
cursed this other guy. Okay.
Yeah, and it's only, you know, half a day away from here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I would say I would probably tell whoever. I'll tell Ganny and Irene. I mean, if Zeb's like, Zeb is either out catching flies or he's like holding a whisk, like, you know, like really concentrating.
Yeah.
So I'll tell the Gorleys, just that Mweru had been within the area within a recent period of time, whatever, the last couple weeks or
Yes.
months. And had cursed.
Last couple, like, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, great. Yeah. So Charlie would be like, "What did I get the magician's name? The guy, the person she cursed."
No.
Okay. Then I would just tell them like, Mweru sighting 2 weeks ago, not that far
Yeah.
from here. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. If we're all together at that point,
Yeah.
Ganymede says, you know, that reminds me of something that I've been thinking about. It's very interesting, isn't it, that our enemy, is that what we're calling him, would use the word witch as a pejorative to describe, well, me and her. In our language, it's traditionally been used to describe women who use supernatural powers to harm their communities, but it's different from sorceress, yes, in that their evil was thought to come from some intangible inequality, some fault or weakness. And of course, from the modern point of view, and Ganymede is in full Professor Graves mode at this point, from the modern point of view, we can see that this was simply a tool of the patriarchy. It was used to prevent women from gaining power and influence in their communities. And of course, it was later used to describe influential people in the communities of Black and Brown people that we British encountered in our colonial expansion. So it's a bit odd, isn't it, that a hyper-intelligent alien being would adopt such a primitive and provincial prejudice. It confirms my theory that the best of human relationships are beyond its ability to comprehend. This is our great strength, I think, in the fight to come. And with that, weirdly, maybe a little bit weirdly, she just leans in, Charlie, and kisses you quickly on the cheek. And she says, purely in the interest of our victory, things are fine between us, Charles, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think it's like it comes at the end of that tangent that Ganny went on, or Charlie's just kind of like listening, but it's very Ganymede, you know. And so he looks kind of surprised. Oh, glad to hear it.
Yes, and your care and concern for one another, and she's talking to both of you now, do not underestimate its importance in what is to come.
And we'll need all of the support that we can get. And really, all we have is each other.
All we have is each other. And there's it's an awkward moment, and then I think she kind of spins on her heel and goes looking for Zeb, probably.
Zeb is outside playing with the kids.
I think at some point when Zeb's finished with the fly swatter, or whatever, my brain has
the
just
fly whisk.
fly whisk. Thank you. My brain just went. I don't remember
He's
this
catching
word.
flies.
The fly whisk. That Irene probably holds on to it, and she only has 8 whole magic points right now because she used up a lot, and also she got it got eaten away by monsters. So, but yeah, she'll pour some points into it.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna do all 8?
I'm gonna do like 6. I'll hold on to like 2 just
Okay.
in case.
So the fly whisk is at 18, right? By the
Yes.
time you're going to leave. Yeah, but is there anything else before we get on our way?
I mean, I'll put the final 2 in there of my own, because by the time we get there,
Sure.
2 hours will have passed.
All right.
Do we heal anymore, Lauren?
Yeah.
Since we stayed to rest so
yeah,
that I could heal.
Yeah. Everybody take one more.
Okay.
Because I don't really count the waiting for Old Bundari necessarily as part of the rest, so just take another half. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, on Sunday morning, this would be Sunday, October 4th, 1925. Okomu shows up at the hut you are staying in, kind of smiles at you. Are you ready.
Well, that's an interesting point. I'm just kind of laugh. I think we're about as ready as we're gonna be for the moment.
We might not be ready, but we do need to get going.
Good. Good. Have supplies. I suggest that we avoid going through the forest. Would slow us down significantly if we skirt around it and then approach from the east. We'll have an easier time than trekking through the forest.
Obviously, I think we're going to defer to your expertise.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right.
Unless there's anything that, like, I feel from my day of listening that we would be missing in the forest.
In the
For whatever
forest?
reason,
Not
like the-
particularly.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So change up our music as we travel.
Dun, dun, dun.
We need travel tunes.
As you head out with Akomu, you see it. The mountain towers above the stark plain. Within the Aberdare forest, or rather skirting around it, there's wildlife that you see. The bongo, which is a type of antelope, leopards, elephants, rhinoceros, chameleons, Aberdare as a forest is uniquely temperate as you go along the edge of it. Giant cedars, olives, camphors, figs thrive here, kind of gradually giving way to bamboo as the altitude rises. The undergrowth you see is often very thick, and you see why, potentially why Akomu suggested not working your way through the forest itself. Though there are still like streams to be crossed on the edge of it. Akomu also mentions, you're avoiding certain wildlife like the green mamba, which you'd have to look out for going through the forest itself. You do, not immediately, but you do pass other groups. Kind of headed in a similar direction. Nothing too close, but I don't know if you want to take care to avoid contact from these groups, if you want to actually go and like share a campfire kind of thing, whatever you prefer.
No. Don't want to be seen.
Sure.
I don't know, though.
We're not looking to be perceived right now, Ganymede. We are... The last thing we want is these fucking cultists going up the mountain and be like, oh my god, there's these people we saw on the road that kind of match that description of those people you told us to look out for. It's like the last thing we fucking want right now.
They
Yeah.
can't all know about us.
How do
Yeah.
they all know they all know everything? You kidding me?
It might be
Silas found us on
interesting
a
to.
train.
It might be interesting to try to be sneaky and like listen in to what they're talking about.
You would have to literally, yeah, they would see you. You would have to be around the fire, basically.
Ganny wants to put on some fucking camo and belly crawl
Yeah.
up to the behind their camp, you know? No, Charlie's like, absolutely. We're not fucking, not
No,
this close.
This looks
Not
like a
fucking doing
job
this.
for Gerald Fitzpatrick.
Shut your damn mouth. No,
Of course
not
you're
today.
right.
Not
Of
today, Satan.
course- Of course, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, yeah, just probably
Yeah.
just to avoid everyone.
We'll hang back. We'll take our time. We're
Mhm.
still early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Okoma would also have told you, like, going the way that he's taking you, it'll take 3 days as opposed to the nearly a week going through the forest.
That's good.
All right. Actually, I need a quick bio break, so we're gonna go to break and then we're gonna come back. Think about anything you want to discuss over these 3 days. I give you 3 hit points back for the 3 days because you're not really resting, you're trekking. But I'll give you 1 a day. And we will be right back, everybody. Like 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we are back. So, 3 days. Heading north along the plains. Is there anything anybody wants to discuss, prepare as you get closer and closer to Mount Satima?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like we were doing just now. I think that probably as we get closer to our destination, Charlie would probably like one night he's been quiet, right? Like this whole last leg of their journey is very distressing for him in many ways. But I think that as we're getting closer, maybe like the last night that we're all like of this 3-day period, I think he would just kind of say like, if you all have a moment to discuss what we're going to do. I feel like I'm just kind of circling in my own head, and I can't tell that I'm actually getting anywhere. It would be nice to have some other perspectives.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to put a rain delay on that. I mean, I got this meeting in like 30 minutes out here in the middle. Yeah, I got time.
What do we need to talk through?
So, Annie, when he was in my head, he told me that he had taken her and essentially convinced her that in the pyramid I had left her to die, that I had abandoned her. And so rather than my coming into that moment to try and save her, he went into that moment instead and took her out of it. I was cycling through the day she died, just over and over again. And I felt like almost I could see it happening, where he was talking to her and convincing her that I had abandoned her. I don't know what to do. I don't. She's in a position that I could have never anticipated. And she likely will have no trust for me when we get to her. As much as I wish that weren't true, I can't know what her mental state will be like. But I think we can all expect that whatever is happening to her is very painful. And if she if we allow it to happen to her, in my opinion, it is worse than death. She will be trapped with that thing forever. Of course, I can't know the state of her soul or anything else outside of the very little information that we've been given. But I also know myself, and I know that if we get into that moment, I can't hurt her. And I just don't know what to do. If I could turn back time and do it again, then maybe I would have gone through and tried to save her, but I just didn't know. I thought that I was doing the best thing for her. So I need your help. I don't know what to do.
Akomu actually kind of leans forward, elbows on his shoulders. He's kind of playing with this piece of quartz on a leather thong around his neck. Bundari said it was possible, if the birth did happen, that she would still be her. Perhaps then you could reach her.
But that is only a possibility. It could not be her. And we won't have any way of knowing until it is too late. And I don't want to fuck around and just wait and see and hope for the best, because in our experience, we don't generally get the best outcome.
He smiles a bit, like one side of his mouth, a bit ruefully. But you also say you do not wish to cause her harm. How do you thread that needle?
He just shrugs. Like, we're at the dilemma that he's hitting in his own head, that he's been circling around for the past 3 days.
I could not harm someone I loved. I could not.
It seems what Nyarlathotep's final gift to us is no choice. What he's doing is, well, he's taken away that choice. Yeah. Either she dies because we do something to prevent the birth, or she dies because the birth goes through. And for Annie too, she manipulation to have this birth is not a choice on her part.
Akomu's brow furrows.
She is 16 years old.
I know this might be a decision that you need to leave to the rest of us, Charles. And I know that's going to take a lot of trust from you. I think that I can promise that any decision we make will be made with you and Annie in mind. But she's already died.
Akomu shakes his head. He looks moved, like stirred up. If we are going to look around this place, yes, see what is going on. Could we not ask her?
Yes. Yes, I think that would be the best that we could do.
Indeed. That would be part of figuring out what decision needs to be made.
I don't think that she should see me or know that I'm with you. I don't want any anger to affect her decision. Because at least the way that it felt was that this seed that was put into her head was meant to convince her to do this almost out of spite. I think out of all of us, Irene, maybe you should talk to her.
I think so too. I am. When I got pregnant, it was not of my own choice. But I at least had the choice about whether I kept her or not. I think it's important that Annie gets that same choice, even if Nyarlathotep wants to keep it away from her. he wants to put us in an impossible dilemma. There's always more than two options. We'll find that third one.
I do think we should be aware that she may be aware of who's with you, Charles, including your relationship with Irene. So, someone should be there with you, just in case. Maybe Ganymede, you know the most about this kind of stuff, eldritch beings and all. Maybe you might see that third solution.
You said it yourself, Charles. All we have is each other. I trust all of you with my life, with my sanity, with my future. Not in spite of what we've experienced, but because of what we've experienced. And Charles, you can entrust us with this precious thing you carry. We will do the very best that we can. I will do the very best that I can for you and for her, for all of us.
I wouldn't have brought it to all of you if I didn't trust you. If she is with all of you, then it's the best case scenario for me. And whatever happens, please don't carry any guilt on my behalf.
So, let's see. The morning of, you left on Sunday. This will be Wednesday. The morning of Wednesday. The air here, you're higher. It's definitely been raining as you've traveled. There's a wide saddle-shaped pass that Akomu leads you through along the north side of this pass. And you see, like, around you as you're approaching this place, this kind of mountain meadow is beautiful. Somebody give me a natural world, or what is there, survival or tracking, something like that.
Definitely not me.
Nice. Ganymede, you notice the animal trails kind of skirt the area that you're headed towards. Akomu kind of has to hack through this kind of deformed underbrush. The soil starts to feel squishy, and it kind of smells a bit. And you see you're kind of slightly rather more east of the mountain, and kind of going through this place, and then you expect to turn west in your approach. Everyone with a power of 70 or higher, there's this tingling in the air, almost imperceptible without obvious cause. And Ganymede with that natural world roll, it doesn't really, you don't know of anything that could affect, like anything natural that would affect an area like this. The atmosphere itself is kind of cloying, somehow wrong, and this sense of foreboding hangs over you as you enter this this area.
I, as we're making our way through the brush, and I sense this, I look to Okomu and I say, we've come within its influence, haven't we? It's more of a question than just looking for confirmation.
He nods, like, you know, wiping the sweat from his brow as he's the main one kind of helming this.
Yeah.
Kind of like laughs a little as his arm's tired. Sometimes you have to do things the old-fashioned way, eh?
Yes. I think Ganymede would be trying to help as much as she could too, you know, but yeah.
Great.
Psychology check on our good friend. Is that all right? Can I just do that?
Yeah, sure. You can give me a psychology check.
Can I re-roll that? Extreme success.
I don't trust this guy for shit.
I really
now you
want
don't.
to.
Day 4 of your journey together. Now you don't
There
trust
was
him.
just there
Me
was
as
just
a
something.
player hasn't trusted him this whole time.
Let me just check one thing. As you cut through the last part of the bush and see this kind of the spongy, like, wasteland, something in the back of your head, the old-fashioned way, I guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way, is like, you've heard that before.
Yeah.
And now that you're thinking about it, Akomu wasn't the biggest fan of you guys when you arrived. He was suspicious, he was angry, and then the day you left, he came out and he was smiling at you. Sometimes you have to do things the old-fashioned way. As you emerge into the corrupt ground, someone give me an intelligence check. It's kind of for memory. So if you have something involving memory, like I think Zeb, you get a bonus die, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm so smart.
Able to collate facts quickly, gain a bonus die when making intelligence rolls.
Yep.
So yeah, let's do this. Let's go. Manifesting critical success. No.
Oh, that is a critical success.
Is it? Yes.
Your
It
bonus
is.
turns that 6 into a 0. That's a
0.
1. That's a critical success.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. I'm good for something.
Huh.
Other than punching people.
This is actually perfect.
Yeah.
This is actually perfect because Zebulon, you worked in newspapers, reporting, being a journalist.
Yeah.
You remember the articles about them when Erica Carlisle, mounted the expedition like about 6 months to a year later to find what happened to the Carlisle expedition. They found the bodies, right? In Kenya, north of Nairobi, near Mount Kenya, and you are near Mount Kenya. Thinking about, where you are, this is where the massacre happened. And although it wasn't the bodies of the Carlisle expedition, death did take place here. You are right here.
I think Zeb stops
Mm-hmm.
and maybe puts a hand out to whoever's next to him.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a good place.
I imagine it's like Charlie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie's just like, well, obviously not. We're headed to a cult ritual site.
No, I think this is where the massacre happened last time with the Carlisle expedition.
Yes, this is very wrong. Okomu, why have you led us here? Shotgun out at the ready.
Okay. I need a spot hidden from anyone who wants to.
I'm really good at it, so I'll do it.
Got a hard success from Irene and extreme from Charles.
Normal from today.
Yep.
And from Jenny.
Yep. Great. Charles, who is never surprised in combat.
Never.
To your... Let's just head over to the map.
Sure. We
Wait,
love maps.
we
in
love a
this
good
house.
map.
We're in so rude.
To your right.
Oh my god.
To your left. And farther down the way, peeking from behind these kind of cairns almost. You see red-robed figures. And something something big in the distance, in the sky, moving very fast towards you. You know, you all are so concerned about being followed. You never thought about, you never worried about being led. And I need all of you to get on the turn order. Select your token, go to your combat tab. Make sure your token's selected, otherwise it will not show up.
It's not showing up.
Mine is selected.
Oh, interesting. Let me clear the list and then you can try again. It had you on there, it was just invisible. Fantastic.
When will we ever learn?
I don't
Never.
know.
Never. I literally went into my quotes. I was like, quote 197, how dare you betray us for the 10th time,
That's
said Tommy.
time.
And that was March 26th.
It's old Boondari just, you know, like, just made me want to trust everyone around him.
We had a one good NPC. One.
You gotta stop throwing old love, like old
Who
men
said-
that we want to be nice to.
Who said anything about old Boondari?
Well, I never said old Boondari was the problem, but because we were around, we got, what's the word? We became complacent.
Yeah, we got complacent.
I can't imagine anybody didn't warn you that they were trying to kill you recently. I can't imagine. So, Ganymede, you said you had your shotgun out, but nobody else said anything like that. So, Ganny, you'll get your plus 50. Ridiculous rule. Fantastic.
I love that rule.
Yeah, I know you do. Great. Great. So, Ganymede Graves, what would you like to do?
I can't believe you're gonna make me shoot this man.
He has his panga. It is not pointed at you. In fact, it is probably sheathed.
Yeah.
Up to you, though. You are right by him. I'm sure Charlie has alerted you to the various
Yes.
people
Yeah.
He's
converging
just
on
kind
you.
of like, huh. You know, like,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, and he'll quickly point them out to the others.
I mean, the top of the map is just right there. If we just run that way, we're safe, right? So
Yeah, you can run.
That's right. Lauren, question?
Yeah.
Are we in who territory?
What do you mean?
Are we in lizard use territory?
Like, I
Who?
think that... What are you asking?
Because they said that we had to wait till we got to the mountain to.
Yeah,
Utilize
you
her,
are
right?
not at the mountain.
Okay, so no who.
I mean, you can use who whenever you like. But,
oh, okay. So we don't
who
need
is
to
a
be
w-
there.
who is a one-use
Oh, a
kind of
singular
gal?
use.
Yeah,
Got
got
you.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Good to know.
Man, that was the perfect Abbott and Costello moment. I
We just gotta come fast before the dragon gets here.
The dragon?
I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming a fast flying beast. Probably a dragon.
What are you doing,
I-
gaining me graves?
I am
Spooky bat.
moving. I'm moving this way,
Mm-hmm.
however far I can.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking toward this guy
Yep.
with murder in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. You gonna shoot him?
I am going to shoot him.
Go for it.
Am I within?
If you would like to be right up on him, you can be.
I want to be close here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are rocks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I am shooting.
He's dead.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, that's it from Ganymede, I think.
Great. Yeah, let me move him just so I can actually. Where's the X? There it is. Fantastic. We all love it. We live to see it. Irene Blackwell, you're up.
Cool. I mean, we're in combat.
Yep.
Got one thing, which is my handgun.
Mm-hmm.
So pulling that out and going pew pew.
At who?
I think just another cultist.
Sure.
Whoever's closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I assume that our friend here, quote unquote, is possessed or something.
Mm.
Like, I don't want to necessarily kill him right away.
Sure.
Especially since he's not currently trying to kill us right now.
Yeah.
So, I'll give him another round to see if he actively tries to kill us. And then I'll
Sure.
maybe reassess my decision.
Sure.
But,
Another round, always good.
you know,
You
It's-
always
it's
have
just-
one.
yeah, we'll just start picking off the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit, which I do.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Let me give him a cheeky little dodge. Probably not, but oh. Yeah, but you have a higher score, so yeah, the damage is 4. Fantastic. Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna take a few steps away from my buddy.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I would like to be not right there.
Great. I love that. You can move wherever you'd like. It is now these cultists' turn, the ones who are currently visible. If I recall, my attacks are broken, so let's have, which one are you? You are Penga. Penga comes in here to Irene. Let's give this a good old roll. All right. Swipes at you with his Penga, much like the one that Madari had back in Juju House. The same kind of leather cord to mimic a tongue hanging from his head. That one can't do anything this round, and then this one from a distance. We'll shoot at Charles because you're there. Great.
I'll take it like a champion.
Yeah, it will miss you. Very, very good. Very good. Good. You know, doing cultist things. Akomu, standing there. Akomu kind of looks around at the things that are happening, and anybody who's looking, we'll say Zeb, because you haven't acted yet, you can see this. the kind of skin around his face starts to kind of crease and kind of lift in the air, in the wet air, and they lift a finger and kind of pull it away like a mask, similar to what Carl Sanford did with the Nazir's face, but way more convincing. As they pull this off, a kind of blood-stained but obviously beautiful woman is revealed, her hair falling loose. You have seen one picture of the High Priestess Moeru, and now you're seeing her in the flesh, possibly the most beautiful and terrifying sight you've yet to behold. She so many fun things to play with.
I am destroyed. This is
Good.
amazing.
She looks at you, Zeb, since you were the one looking at her. Where is Hypatia, Masters?
No fucking idea.
Her nostrils flare a bit and she clenches her jaw. She closes her eyes. And begins chanting. Fantastic. It's Charlie's turn. You just had an arrow whiz by your head.
Yeah.
Arrows, so
Okay.
inconvenient.
Yeah. So where is Moeru? She's like right here.
Oh yeah, let me hold on. I prepared for this.
I know you did.
There she is.
Great. Okay. Well then I'm just gonna I'm gonna body her. I'm gonna try and knock her down to disrupt the chant.
Okay.
I ain't got much going for me right now. I'm not gonna shoot her.
Okay.
I'm gonna brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look and see if I have any rerolls like so fast
Hold
or
on.
something. I have
Hold
3.
on one moment. Hold on.
Why? Yeah. My brawl is pretty good.
Okay, your brawl is pretty good.
Yeah, it's 57. What's yours?
Okay, then you're probably good. 'Cause I was, I have a life. I got a life.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Manifest.
I'm gonna try again. Critical success. Hard success.
Hey.
Great. Okay. So you're grabbing her, you're
I'm trying to knock her down. Like, I'm trying to like knock the wind out of her so she stops talking for 2 seconds. Like, I'm trying to disrupt the chant. I'll cover her mouth with my hand if I have to. Shh. Shh. Stop it.
okay. Sure.
Yeah.
You think that's doing something?
Well, I'm not gonna shoot her. I don't want to kill her.
Sure. Yes.
I don't wanna kill her.
Yeah, she stops chanting and like opens her eyes as you like disrupt her.
Yeah.
And she looks over your shoulder to the sky. Zeb, what are you doing?
These fists are rated E for everyone. um, um, Zeb pulls out the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The sword of Akmala.
Yep.
And is Charles like, has he got her like pinned?
She's
I'm like-
basically grappled and not
Basically
chanting.
grappled, Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like next to her on the ground. Like,
Okay. Zeb's gonna hold the sword to her throat.
Mm-hmm.
Call off whatever horror that has been spawned in this unholy place, or I will kill you.
There's no response from her. Would you like to do anything else?
Zeb looks at Charles.
you said you'd kill her. You kind of painted yourself into a corner here, bud. Listen, we can kill her. We can kill her.
Sure.
Zeb's just trying to decide, can we get information out of her? Probably not.
But we can bring her back if we need to.
That's true. Oh god.
What are you doing?
I think Zeb pauses for a moment, and then yeah, I think he just goes in for. He's like, better off to kill her. We can't deal with her. Like, better her dead than fucking with us later.
Okay. You're going to attack her.
Attack her. Yes. All right, manifesting critical success. Do I get a bonus die because she's essentially crap?
Sure.
Coup de grace. All right, let's go. Manifest a critical success. That is not a critical success. That is also
No.
not a critical success. Using a reroll.
Okay.
Come on. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
I can't do much better than that, but
Use a point of luck and make it extreme.
good.
It's extreme.
Right. I mean, make it critical.
What does the Sword of Akmala do?
I know it had specialties against those monsters.
Yes. Okay.
I don't think I ever got the handout for that.
Yeah,
I was
there's
given the sword from someone else.
Give me 1 second. Most mythos creatures armor. You stab true, and you see no mark upon her body.
So the sword doesn't work on human beings.
Or something else is going on. But yeah.
I really hate people like you. Make it so hard
To kill you?
to get them out of your way.
Great. A shadow passes overhead. A winged creature.
Is that a good old friends?
No.
Usual pal? No, fun. That's new.
The size of an elephant. Though the mythical creature you immediately think of is, in fact, a dragon. Swoops down.
So smart.
Swoops
Guess I
down
gotta go
upon
kill
you.
a dragon now. As he turns around.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, good, good. Okay. There we go. This is at Charlie.
Yeah.
Would you like to dodge?
Yep.
Okay. Give it a
Manifested critical.
Give it a
success.
whirl.
Charlie, you can do anything you set your mind to, baby. I believe in you. It's not real. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay. That was like 3
Sorry, all my
rings.
dodges are coming through now. I'm so sorry.
It's
It
okay.
was delayed. It was
All
loud.
right.
They're all failures.
Great.
It's terrible.
That's 14 points of damage.
I die.
Charlie is at 0 hit points. The creature, you are pulled off of Moeru. As the creature bites down on you and lifts you up into the air. Finally, I grabbed one of them. I did it. Sorry.
I think we're gonna have to blow.
Come here.
We're gonna have to use who early.
And
You
Charles
have a
is
pocket watch, my dude, just in case. Don't
also
forget.
Charles is also at 0 hit points. So we'll see what happens with that.
Don't I get to make a con check to see if I stay awake?
To see if what's
Don't I?
your max hit points?
20?
Oh yeah, make a con check to see if you stay awake, and then you're gonna make a con check to see if you die later.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, so Charlie is bitten, pulled off, goes unconscious as he's lifted into the air. They're not that far off of the ground, I'll say, just for your purposes, Zeb. At this point, they're not off. I'll say they're just kind of hovering. They're preparing to take off. But yeah, Charles is kind of grasped in their, we'll say, in their feet, claws. Ganymede.
Ganymede sees all of this and runs over toward it.
Sure.
I'm gonna get real close,
Great.
as close as I can,
Mm-hmm.
and to give it
Oh,
both
sorry.
barrels.
Go for it.
Sorry, I was looking at spells, so I gotta get back on the combat. Here we go. Both barrels. Boom,
Great.
boom.
Okay. I'm going to let it fight back. Oh, those were regular. Regular for it too. So, it reduces each of those by approximately half.
Like that.
Yes. It certainly looks hurt. Certainly looks very hurt by that.
Okay.
Despite its armored body.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fast reload, and that's my turn.
Great. Irene, what are you doing?
Fuck this shit. My boyfriend's in the grasp of a fucking dragon. That's
Mhm.
not cool. Yeah, I'm pivoting my attention away from cultist dude over here. I'm gonna try to shoot our dragon, I guess.
Okay.
Super chill and cool and normal.
Yep.
I want to reroll.
Okay.
Hard.
Great. Your shot rings true. The creature does not seem to react in any way.
Great. Fine. Cool.
Cultist turns. Okay. Yeah, real quick. With the bow. Goes over here. Gonna go for Ganymede. Yes, finally, you hit something. Would you like to try and dodge it? What?
Sorry, no, I want to fight back.
Okay.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What can I do to fight back?
Oh boy. Thank
I wanna-
God for the compendium.
I want to axe it.
Highest level of success wins. Okay, you wanna... I mean, you can't really move, so... Are you just shooting back? You'll be shooting at your, we'll say your longer range.
Oh.
But you can.
No, then I guess I just want to dodge. Thanks
Okay,
for
give me a
clarifying.
dodge. Nice, but no.
Yep.
Okay, so that is only 3 points as the arrow kind of nicks your shoulder.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the dragon for some reason. Got it. Okay.
No, that was the
I got
cultist with the bow.
Yeah.
That one is dead, and his friend is not here right now. The one with the panga is actually going to go after Zeb, who is still near Mweru. Okay, that's a success. Would you like to dodge or fight back?
Let's fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fight back. Yeah, let's try with the sword. Manifesting critical success. Nope.
Okay.
Still not great with the sword.
Yeah. So that is 1d8 plus 1d6 for 12 points of damage with this deadly panga. Still up?
Okay. Yeah, I'm still fine.
Great. Beautiful. It's Mweru's turn, and we're all very happy. She was indeed interrupted. That's all good. That, whatever that was, is not happening this round. Mweru kind of gently excuses herself from this situation and mounts the dragon. Like it is,
I don't know, kind of hot.
kind of hot. If you
We
think
say
about
my
it.
Hypatia was into it.
Exactly right. Okay, and Charlie's turn is next. So Mweru mounts her steed. She kind of slaps you awake, Charlie, as she like passes. I think it even like lifts you up with its tail. You are still at 0 hit points. You could still die your next turn, but she wants you to be awake. As she mounts her dragon.
Charlie, wake up. You've got to see this. I look so cool right now.
She says, "Lay down your arms, and he will live." She looks at you, Irene, and then begins chanting.
Charlie is like barely awake,
Yeah.
but he looks at Ganymede and he just shakes his head. No, don't do it.
Is anybody
He knows that
putting,
Ganny will listen.
Is anybody putting their weapons down? I'm going to allow you to do it if you're going to do it, because Charlie's turn is next. If Charlie fails his con, Charlie is dead. Or she can make that not happen.
Zeb is putting his sword away.
Irene's gonna do it too.
Yep.
Damn it.
On the ground. I think that's one of the cultists. On the ground.
sword on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Ganymede?
Ganymede doesn't right away.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want with him?
I'm bringing him to his love. Where is
A fate-
Hypatia Masters?
Are we considering this out of combat at this point?
No.
Or
No, this is just an extended moment between Moweru's turn and Charlie Rapp's turn.
Yeah. She says, where's Hypatia Masters? Ganymede says, your love. That information would be quite valuable to you then.
The cultist with the bow is still yelling at you to put your weapon down.
I'm totally ignoring that. I'm just
Great.
looking at Moweru. So it sounds as though we have something that you want, and you have something that we want.
She sighs.
Just put your weapon down, Ganymede. This is out of the corner. Just put your weapon down, Ganymede.
I just say,
I need you to trust.
you'll never find her, you know, not without our help.
Ganymede, I really need you to put your weapon down.
Charlie
I'm
Rapp,
totally
please
lying at
make
this
a
point, right?
constitution check.
Love to. I'm so bad at Constitution.
I know.
Okay, where's my sheets? Where's my sheets? I
Hey,
have no stress. I have nothing but
Hey, what's your constitution?
it's 30.
I'm lifesaver. I'm 75.
Life preserver. Life preserver.
Lifesaver, maybe.
Yeah.
Lifesaver,
what
life
is it?
preserver. I'm
What's your
minus 75.
Oh! Wait, no, wait, that's not right.
It is.
Wait, it is?
That's a 1d100.
Yeah.
You rolled a D100. That's a crit.
Do I go back to full health?
No. You can have 1 hit point. And you don't need to make this save yet.
I feel really good about myself right now. Thank you for the
Wow.
help, Irene, but I didn't need it.
You feel like you did
Dumb.
maybe, you know,
Sheer dumb luck.
karmically.
Yeah, karmically, I did need it.
Okay.
Remember what I said about the benevolence
Yeah.
of chat and sheer dumb luck?
Yeah. I don't think coming back with 1 hit point is the thing. I can't remember in the system, but that's what happens. She slapped you awake and you and for the grip you're in, I think the bleeding is staunched a bit because of how tight it is. But you are held by a elephant-sized creature.
That's fine. I'm good with everything that is happening.
And it's your turn.
I'm still looking at Ganny like, don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't put down your weapon.
Okay.
And I shall do nothing. I shall live on my turn. Thank you, Lauren.
Fantastic. Zebulon, is there anything you would like to do?
Yes. Zeb is going to reach into his pocket.
Okay.
Say, I think it's time. And Zeb is gonna click the button on the stopwatch, which I've had for like 1.5 years now. Yep. I'm gonna turn back time. 2 can play at that game.
You good there, Lauren?
He's just changing the music. It's not a big deal.
I can't
Nah,
hear it.
laptop's not the only one that can fuck with time.
You pull out the pocket watch. Click it. Roll 1d4.
Oh, please, manifest some critical success, man.
We're manifesting critical success. We're manifesting critical success.
Am I allowed to use rerolls on this?
No.
Come on. Come on. Manifesting critical success. High.
There it
Manifesting critical
goes.
success high. There we go. Come on!
Ah.
Why of all time?
Okay. Okay, though.
1 minute is a long time in combat.
It is.
If she hadn't fucking monologued.
What do you all think? I think you're still walking into the brush. I think you're.
I think so.
I
Yes.
think she's just said, sometimes you have to do things the old-fashioned way.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm fair to walk into the.
Does that sound good? Because
Yeah.
that means Charlie's at the hit points he was at.
Yep.
You all know. Well,
No.
Zeb knows
Zeb knows.
Zeb
what's
knows.
about to happen and how quick things are going to change. This is the pocket watch music.
So
Yeah.
Zeb wants to whip out the sword.
Okay, let me rewind us.
Yeah. Okay. I've been sitting on this for
How
Oh,
long
it
have you had
feels
this?
So
I
good.
think a year and a half. I got it almost immediately after you used it. In...
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Literally immediately after you used it. Like within like 2 or 3 episodes, I believe.
Yeah. I'm such a hoarder. I was like, not ready for you to do it. Okay. Okay.
I go back to normal hit points. Yeah.
Yep, you didn't take that damage.
Yep.
Charlie didn't take that damage yet.
Yep.
Charlie, this is before you've made your spot hidden too, so you do not know about what's awaiting you, but you're
Right.
emerging
Yep.
now.
But I've made my psychology check, or maybe have just
Yes,
made that.
just made it. And Zeb, so Zebulon. As you click the pocket watch, it's like the air around you is crackling with electricity. Your hairs stand on end, the flesh on your skin, you have goosebumps. The gem on the watch face, one of them is cracked, the other now is in your hand, cracked, and you realize where you are. You know what's about to happen, and you only have seconds to change it. And that's where we're going to end this session of Masks of Nyarlathotep. I know we started late, but that is a whammy of a curveball. So I think that's a good place to stop. Oh, okay, great, cool. Let's go around to everybody. Let's start with Tommy, presser of buttons.
Oh my god, I finally used it. I have been sitting on that, and I had come so close so many times to using it. Every time, like, we've been this close to death, I've been like one turn away from clicking, one wrong roll away
Yep.
from clicking it. Like, we have one roll go the other way, and I click that thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally used it, but I think it's a good moment. I think it's definitely a good moment because Charles got eaten. Sort of.
Yeah.
And I'm super happy to have finally gotten a chance to use it. That's spicy. How dare you fool us for the 11th time, Lloyd?
You
How dare
know,
you? Stop throwing old men at us that make us put our guards down. That we just be like, oh, like grandpa, like
I said
like,
last week, I'm trying to kill you.
you did, but
I
like
did.
also like old Fundari was like the one of the you know, like, come on.
He
Who's
is.
not
He's a
gonna beat this
sweetheart.
on?
It's really weird
Well,
that Akomu like didn't come back to check on him or anything.
I mean, old Fundari is surely stronger than he seems.
Not physically.
Not physically, but I feel like he's got some stuff up his sleeve that could wipe us
Yeah.
from the face of existence across all universes. But yeah, that was great. Oh my gosh, that was great. I'm Tommy, editor of Penguin the Twittersphere. I do tabletop RPG stuff here, and I do some video editing work. If you are interested in commissioning, check out my Twitter. I've got Posty there with all the information.
Excellent. Let's head over to Summer. Almost gotcha.
Almost.
Gotcha.
But my sheer dumb luck of my critical success, and Tommy out here whipping out that fucking pocket watch, hoarding that for forever. I'm unkillable. I don't know what to tell you, Lauren. I'm sorry to upset you, but what an episode. I'm so excited. This is so spicy. Oh my gosh, we're so close to the end too. Hi, I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. You can find me on Twitch at It's Just a Summer Job. That's where I stream most every day of the week. I'll be there later today. Vibin'. This was so fun. Next week we'll be back here. And yeah. I can't wait to see how we're gonna do it different next time, fam. Round 2. Let's go.
All right. Let's head up to Allison.
Absolutely amazing. That was so epic. So many hard choices, so much drama. Incredible all the way around. Thanks to everyone for being with us and being a part of this. It's just such a joy. I cannot wait. I just want to start back up right now and do it over again. But time to strategize. I like that. I can't wait. But thank you all so much. This is awesome. I will see you here next week.
Awesome. Kienna.
Oh boy. Love to have another pocket watch use finally. Holy true. Oh no, maybe we could get a third if we manage to roll it on the table and get it immediately. Be very funny.
Yes. Haha.
Love could be so amusing. But yes, you can find me over on Twitter at Kienna, especially for viewing when I'm not here in the channel. Mostly here though, please go check out Archon, a cyberpunk setting, which is an ICDN award winner now over on Middle Weave Games. And also, go check out our podcast, Missy Annie Lee, which has not only won awards from the Audioverse Awards, but is also nominated under the Enche web series stuff. So, woo! Very, very excited for that.
Excellent. That is pretty much it. We'll be back next week. Thank you to our sponsors, Roll20 Dice and Running Coffee Co.